This specific chicken is hard body, called umlenqwa.
How many are you taking?
3, and then I put it into my handbag.
Your handbag? Is your handbag a cricket bag?
3 chickens can. This bag is called a never full. Yes,
I'm
3
with you.
chickens can fit in here.
I think you
How small are
can.
the chicken?
Okay, this is why I said I don't want them to talk, and this is what happens when they talk.
Anele and the club.
On 947.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask for Frankie,
Yes, ma'am.
Tembekile,
Yebo.
and Cindy
Present.
to stay out of this one and allow me to talk to my fellow Joburgers.
So are we not allowed to chip in here?
No, because you guys have judged me enough for it.
Well, to be fair, you do a lot of questionable things.
I don't think this one is questionable.
Oh.
Okay, so hear me out. The one time we were flying to Cape Town on holiday with my friends and I, and when we in Cape Town, we rent a house, right? And sometimes we cook, sometimes we get somebody to cook for us, but I generally like to cook because it's like my dish dresser. And I know that my friends like a specific chicken. This specific chicken is hard body, the one that has been freshly slaughtered, right?
Right.
I get it many places. Sometimes I drive to Alex to buy it. There's some delivery people do it. Zuzi delivers it now, right?
So it's organic.
Yes, really, the real organic, not the other organic, the real organic, right? And it's called umlenqwa. Tembikele, you're with me, ne?
I'm with you, ma'am.
We were together. Okay. And so now I don't know any suppliers in Cape Town.
You don't have a guy that side.
I got a guy in Joburg for it. I don't have a guy in Cape Town. So I packed 3 of these chickens onto my carry-on luggage.
Alive.
No.
sorry.
We slaughtered them.
Oh.
Okay. My guy delivered them. He delivered a few. I took 3. Left the rest in the deep freezer at my house.
Oh, they're frozen.
They frozen.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So they're not fresh.
Well,
Are they in like a cooler box? What do you do?
so what I do is I take a plastic that they're in, like a clear plastic. So I freeze the chicken by itself. Ne?
Okay, so there's
it
a
doesn't,
signs.
doesn't arrive frozen because they've just slaughtered it.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Then I freeze it. Ne?
Okay.
And then when it's frozen, then I put it in a plastic, ne? And I make the plastic tight.
A thorough mortician.
And then I take... No, wait. Before I close it, open it. So now it's frozen, ne?
The chicken
The
itself.
chicken. Then I put it in a plastic and then I put water inside there. And then I tie it and then I freeze that. So then it's even more frozen.
So it's basically a gigantic ice bag with a chicken in the middle.
It's been embalmed.
It's ice age. Okay. It's ice age, yes.
And then I take that and I put it inside another plastic now to make sure that when the layers are starting to leave, which they won't because this is a foolproof plan.
Okay.
And then I put that into another plastic and then I put that into those soft cooler bags.
Right.
You know those soft ones that the kids use as lunch carry thingies to school?
But obviously a bigger one because how many are you taking?
3.
Okay.
And I put it in that and then I put it into my handbag.
Your handbag? Is your handbag a cricket bag? Or how small are the chickens? Is chicken wrapped in frozen water,
3
Anna?
chickens can... This bag is called a never full.
There's no way 3
Or
chickens
whatever.
can fit
They
in that
can.
bag.
No, but
Never.
you'll have to
No.
empty what's in. No,
Yes,
I'm
3
with you. I
chickens
think
can
you,
fit in here.
I
How
think you
small are
can.
the chickens?
They're chickens.
Remember, these are actual chickens, not the ones that have been fed chemicals, so they're super large.
Yeah. So they're sort of, I suppose, like 2 fists, a little bit like this.
Yes.
All right. So like 2 hands together. That's how big
All
the
I'm
chickens are.
saying is it fits into this bag.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
Because if you take out your headphones,
Yeah, if you
and
take out
et cetera, it'll
things
fit.
and you just have your card, your wallet card thingy for your ID so you can get onto the Fly Safe Air flight, you're fine.
And then, okay, so just a quick question. What happens when you go through security?
They're like, what?
So why is this chicken crossing the road?
There's a moment where we look at each other. You know, I've never carried a gun onto a plane, but it strikes me like it's the same reception where, you know, they stop that little machine and they stop and then they look
reverses
and
and then it
then the
goes
lady
back.
calls like, okay, guys, just come see here. And then 3 other ones gather around and then now everyone's waiting because it stopped on your back and then they look. They're like, let's ask her. And then the little machine moves along, right?
Okay.
And then they're like, what's that? I'm like, zinkuku.
Chickens?
And then they're like, for what? I'm gonna cook them. And then they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, hard body. They're like, okay. You're allowed, guys.
So would you say hard body, hey? And then I can carry a frozen chicken. Okay.
But isn't that like, I mean, technically that would count as a weapon. If you had frozen
Oh.
Yeah,
chickens
if you
and a
toss that
bag
at
of
someone.
ice.
Please stop giving people ideas now because you're going to make it difficult for us to be able to eat hard body in Cape Town.
My biggest stress is people are stressed they're smuggling cocaine. The hawks are busting everyone. Now
Yeah.
you're called to come search a bag, and all you find are 3 chickens.
That did nothing to nobody.
You know, like if you're carrying that, what are other people carrying in their hand luggage? Like you get on a plane just expecting that everybody's got a change of clothes in their
I
hand
think
luggage.
people have carried worse onto planes. I've once seen a lady with a big Tupperware with savory rice in there.
Yeah, but that's
reasonable.
rice.
How
That's
is it
just
reasonable?
rice.
You're carrying 3
It's
frozen
food.
chickens in your handbag.
Yes.
You're not reasonable.
Okay, this is why I said I don't want them to talk. And this is what happens when they talk.
Makes sense, yes.
I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure.
And also, if you've ever smuggled frozen chickens between Joburg and Cape Town, please share your experience.
Why is it smuggling? Such an ugly word. Why is it smuggling?
No, I'm just asking because I cannot imagine that anyone else in this country has done what you've done.
What is the difference between me buying a full chicken at Nando's and then crossing over and then having it and eating it on the other side?
No one does that. There's
People
a
do
Nando's
that.
in
Because
Cape
there's a
Town.
Nando's in Cape Town.
But you are hungry now.
There's food on the plane.
No.
Not domestic, babe.
Is this not how bird flu spreads across the country?
Literally. Hello, salmonella.
And you have questions. Why do you put the water in? Now there's a delay. Okay.
Right. And
So-
then they still stay frozen.
They still stay frozen. We got to the house and everything was still frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. And the ones that were judging me, when they were eating the drumstick, now, you know the drumstick's got that part that's a
Yes,
toothpick.
yes.
And then they're there. I'm like, yeah, look at you jumping into chicken that you were judging me for flying on with.
I've never done something this wild. At best, before Burger King was in the country.
Oh my God.
I asked my friends to bring me a Burger King.
That's
a
worse.
Whopper, a Whopper from America. So they flew it in from America.
So
That's
it had been on a
worse.
flight for what, 17 hours?
Yeah.
They-
But
well,
it's
this
cold.
is 7.
They
It was
came
New
from
York.
London.
New York.
15 hours.
And then it was obviously cold, but they had bought the Whopper meal and in the little bag, and then I had it that morning. They arrived and I had it that morning.
Do you know what I want to do now? I want somebody to buy Burger King, ne? And then we're going to keep it for 15 hours, and then I'm going to eat it, and I want to put myself in your shoes.
No, it's amazing. It was still great. It was still great. It's like leftover the next day. Come on.
Mohammed, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Flabbergasted at my colleagues who judge me for carrying chicken. Mohammed, are you judging me?
No, I don't judge you. I'm with you. I feel you.
Amanda.
Have you traveled chickens across the country, frozen in?
No, I was actually one worse. I actually carried an entire sheep in my carry-on bag.
Sorry.
A sheep.
Wait, what are you saying?
Okay, wait. It wasn't alive, obviously, Mohammed.
No,
Nah.
no, it wasn't alive. It was sheep. We slaughtered it. It was sliced, frozen. I carried my carry-on bag and I brought it back up.
But
Joburg.
isn't there a limit to, isn't it 7 kilograms how much you can carry on a sheep?
Yeah, no, the sheep was about 28 kilos.
So how did you split it amongst people, or it was just you, the 28?
No, just me. It was almost 30-kilo bag. I pretended it was very light
Yes.
and I carried it.
That's what I was going to say. Because you can't look like the thing's heavy. Otherwise, they're going to catch you and say, hey, sir, you can't bring this thing on.
Did they at least not ask to put it in the, what's that thing called? In the chokehold?
No, I fitted it in a normal talk bag that looked like a normal small carry-on. The bag was full to capacity. It was very heavy. You just pretended that it was 7 kilos, and I took it in. Obviously, the scariest part was going through the machine because you didn't know if they were going to stop you. But once I got through, I was smooth sailing.
What did they do at the security? Did they actually ask you to open the bag? Or were they just like, whatever?
No, they were like, whatever. I was worried. If they asked me to open the bag, I don't think I'll be able to close it again.
Look, I know those guys. They just saw some meat. They're like, hey, guys, Brian wants to pry, guys. Like, there's no other way. This man's got to pry. When he gets back home, we're not going to stand in his way.
A full sheep.
But Mohammed, tell the truth now. Tell the truth. You were willing to let a few lamb chops go to bribe, ne? If they
Yeah,
stopped
definitely.
you.
I wasn't going to pay the 150 rand check-in fee. It wasn't worth it.
Not just, you see, this is the thing.
Judgment.
It's not just frozen. It's frozen, and then you've frozen them inside bags of water that is frozen.
3 chickens.
3 of them.
Because they're delicious. So I knew that we were going to want seconds. And secondly, The reason I froze them and then I froze them in water was because I gave room for delays. We were flying to Cape Town. There could be delays. It was the holiday season. Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone was fine when they were eating the chicken.
At which stage do you need an import-export license?
When I land in Cape Town and start selling them, then that's the problem. Ernest, good morning. Welcome to Anele in the club.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
We're great. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay, so are you judging me for flying with fresh chickens?
Not really, no. I can't. I've flown with some. Oh,
What did you fly with?
Patagonia squid.
What is a Patagonia squid?
It's a squid. It's a special squid. It wasn't available in Joburg, and it was available out the Eastern Cape region.
Of course.
If you haven't get it, if you get hold of it, take it, try it. It's brilliant.
Okay, but it's frozen, ne? Not live.
Yeah, no, it was frozen now.
Is it delicious, Ernest?
Stunning.
Is there a restaurant in Johannesburg that serves it? I want to go taste it now.
Yeah, you cook it. It's 9 times. You can't bugger it. It'll always be tender.
Oh, Patagonia squid.
Patagonia squid. You get it at Food Lovers.
Okay.
Imagine that thing defrosting on a plane. A squid on a plane.
No, I'm worried about the Mopani worms. I wouldn't, if I was a security, because I'm like, let's say now you want to release worms on a plane, and then what?
Now you have standards, eh? Now you want to have
Where you draw the
standards.
line.
Anele and the club.
On 947.